This video is about Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., a character published by Marvel Comics. He is presented on a chronological series of comic covers from his 1963 origin up to 1968, a time period that featured fantastic cover art by Jack Kirby and especially by Jim Steranko. As the covers go by, fascinating information is provided, including origin information, but is not intended to correspond to the specific cover being shown. Jack Kirby did the art for all of the covers up through Strange Tales number 151, except for Strange Tales number 137. After that, Jim Steranko did the art for all of the covers up through Nick Fury number 7. Nick Fury, also known as Colonel Nicholas Joseph Nick Fury Sr., was created by writer-artist Jack Kirby and writer Stan Lee. Nick Fury first appeared in Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos No. 1 in 1963, which is the first cover in this video. It was a World War II combat series that ran for 167 issues up to 1981 and presented him as a cigar-chomping man that was the leader of a racially and ethnically integrated U.S. Army Ranger unit. A contemporary Times version of Nick Fury as a CIA agent debuted in Fantastic Four number 21 in 1963, which is the second cover in this video. In 1965, in Strange Tales number 135, the third cover in this video, Nick Fury was transformed into a James Bond-like spy and leading agent of the fictional espionage agency S.H.I.E.L.D. He was one of two separate characters featured in Strange Tales, the other one being the occult character Dr. Strange. After Strange Tales number 167 in 1968, Nick Fury got his own series, the first of multiple series which ran for 18 issues up to 1971. Jack Kirby created inventive and enduring gadgets and hardware such as the helicarrier, an airborne aircraft carrier, as well as human replicant LMDs, an acronym for Life Model Decoys, and even automobile airbags. Jack Kirby was a comic book artist who lived from 1917 to 1994 and is widely regarded as one of the comic book medium's major innovators and one of its most prolific and influential creators. Kirby was a co-creator of many characters, including Ant-Man, the Avengers, the Black Panther, the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, Iron Man, the Silver Surfer, Thor, and X-Men. Writer, penciler, colorist Jim Steranko began on the Nick Fury feature in Strange Tales number 151 in 1966, initially over Jack Kirby layouts. Steranko quickly became one of comic book's most acclaimed and influential artists. Steranko popularized in comic books such art movements of the day as psychedelia and optical art, built on Kirby's long-standing work in photo montage, and created comic books' first 4-page spread. Steranko spun plots of intense intrigue, barely hidden sensuality, and hi-fi hipness, and supplied his own version of Bond girls, pushing the limits of the comics code at the time. Nick Fury is a seasoned, unarmed, and armed combat expert, was a heavyweight boxer in the Army, and holds a black belt in Taekwondo and holds a brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Nick Fury is a combat veteran of multiple wars and is trained as a paratrooper, a ranger, a demolitions expert, a vehicle specialist, and a Green Beret. The matter of Nick Fury apparently not aging significantly since his initial appearance during World War II was justified in the story Assignment: The Infinity Formula by writer Jim Steranko and artist Howard Chaykin in Marvel Spotlight number 31 in 1976, revealing Nick Fury's age-retarding medical treatment. S.H.I.E.L.D. initially stood for Supreme Headquarters International Espionage and Law Enforcement Division. S.H.I.E.L.D. often deals with paranormal activity and superhuman threats to international security. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s nemesis was Hydra, a fictional terrorist organization whose name alludes to the mythical Lernian Hydra, as does its motto, "Cut off one head, two more shall take its place," proclaiming the group's resilience and growing strength in the face of resistance. In 1998, David Hasselhoff portrayed Nick Fury in the Fox television movie Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was intended to be a backdoor pilot for a possible new TV series, which did not materialize. In 2002, Marvel Comics designed their ultimate version of the character Nick Fury after the likeness of Samuel L. Jackson. However, Marvel Studios initially discussed a potential film role with George Clooney, who turned it down after reviewing some of the comic book source material and finding Nick Fury to be too violent of a character. Jackson was offered the role, initially signing a 9-film contract with Marvel to portray Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 2019, Jackson confirmed that while that year's Captain Marvel film marked the end of his 9-film contract with Marvel, he would continue to portray Nick Fury in feature films. Jackson thereafter appeared in a cameo in Avengers Endgame and in a substantial role in Spider-Man: Far From Home. The MCU version of Nick Fury has differences from the comic book version, including his race being black versus white and why he wears an eye patch. In the near future, do you want a live-action TV show or a live-action movie made about Nick Fury? If so, do you have any ideas for the TV show or movie? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Marvel Comics playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.